So und herzlich willkommen zurück. Mein Name ist Montypay und wir sind hier bei Cloudpunk. Jetzt, gut, ich habe jetzt gerade voll den Hänger gehabt. Gut, dann schauen wir mal jetzt, bei wen wir uns beschweren oder das Paket abgeben. Ich glaube, das Paket abgeben. Darum geht es hier. Vorrangig. Hallo, wer bist denn du? Bist du Mrs. Anderson? Herr Anderson.
Are you Mr. Anderson? More specifically, Mr. Anderson in personnel?
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
Well, I need to see Mr. A. Is he available?
Let me check his schedule. I am sorry. He is busy.
When is he free?
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
Look, I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our accounts.
I'll talk to her.
Oh, wait. Can you do something for me?
Maybe.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson. I am not permitted to do so myself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. This is unacceptable. Additionally, I would like to talk about expenses. I need upgrades for my visual processing units and my...
Und tschüss. Gut, dann reden wir jetzt mal mit Mrs. Anderson. Oder mit einer der Mrs. Anderson. Bist du das?
Ms. Anderson from accounts?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to...
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
I don't really understand anything you just said. I think Mr. A likes us this way.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore. That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off. They have matured.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest in Nivalis?
The richest humans.
So you think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps sooner.
Really? What's the cause?
Our simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing a huge decrease in investor confidence.
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city. Will there be some kind of disaster?
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So who causes this impending disaster?
We have only one name, Cora.
Cora again? I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is it a complaint?
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not fair that I have to...
Quit.
Excuse me?
Don't complain to me, just quit. There's a whole world outside this tower to explore. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. What message?
This one here. I already showed it to... Wait. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message. I should get back to work.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm watching the message.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower. They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago. You may find the Andersons do not respond well to your message. If they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower. If they are not willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch. Of course, you may decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
Ui. Jetzt haben wir eine Möglichkeit zu entscheiden, ob wir die resetten alle und die wieder zu willenlosen Sklaven machen. Oder ob wir gar nichts machen. Und einfach gehen. So habe ich es jetzt zumindest verstanden. Soll ich sie jetzt resetten oder soll ich sie nicht resetten? Ich bin dafür, dass die ihre eigene Wahl treffen sollten. Das heißt...
I think it's time for the Andersons to step outside their tower and breathe the Nivalis air.
Das heißt, weil ich gerade unterbrochen worden bin, dass sie ihren eigenen Weg finden sollen und ihre eigenen Geschichten schreiben jetzt. Und wahrscheinlich reißen sie erstmal den Turm ein.
You were gone for a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Rubric.
Lomo's hacker. Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could delete it and pretend we didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
Ah, I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit. Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me at the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment, and they'll bring your debt record from back east with them. Be a clever rabbit and come quick.
Why do we never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
Ist wieder hinter mir, oder? Yep. Okay. Ich mag diesen Typen irgendwie nicht. Vor allem, er nennt mich Kaninchen. Finde ich nicht nett. Hey, was möchte der Typ jetzt von mir? Gefällt mir ganz und gar nicht. Simon irgendetwas.
Let me past.
No, I ain't going nowhere.
Your boss wants to talk to me. I'm not supposed to be late. You're making me late.
If you're late, you should have got here earlier.
If I'm late, I'm telling him why.
I'm just chopping with your lady.
Japping?
Fooling with ya. Rubric don't want to see you. Just wants you to out this. He left his package for ya.
Where is it supposed to go?
Huh? You don't know?
No.
Well, I guess he's gonna tell ya. Better hurry, Rabbit. Gonna be late.
Good, Rabbit. Follow the nav point, please.
I didn't say I wanted to accept a call, Camus.
I couldn't stop him. He's taken over the comm.
You want to know what it is, don't you? You've been turning it over in your mind. What did Lomo have me deliver down there in the hollows? You can't stop thinking about it.
To be honest, I've had bigger things to worry about. Oh, don't let me deflate your ego, though. You were saying?
You've got a lot to learn about living in Nivalis. It takes a lifetime to understand this city.
A lifetime? Well, then the earlier I start, the longer it will take.
You know what Palette 3.0 does to people? What it could do to you?
It's a virus, right? I heard there was an outbreak.
It's much more than a virus. Palette 1.0 affected computers, but Palette 2.0 affects neural augments. It makes autonomic bodily functions become conscious choices. It does not stop the individual's heart beating, their lungs breathing.
Habe ich schon gesagt, dass ich den Typen nicht mag?
Stops that from happening without command. When an individual is afflicted with Palette 2.0, they must make their heart beat. They must be conscious of every breath. They cannot sleep, cannot lose focus for a second, or they will die.
You made this virus?
No, it is an ugly thing, an ugly way to die. Slow and cruel, but I created the economy around it. The subscription plans, the digital inoculation, the cure, insurance policies to protect the families of those it afflicts.
Sounds like a protection racket.
Which economies are any different?
You're full of shit. What is this package?
Palette 2.0, the last pure source code, stored on Quanta Drive. It can't be decrypted by anything in Nivalis. The spires.
And you want me to do what? Spread it?
Quarantine it. There's a simple, unmarked delivery chute in the stacks. It will take the sample to a secure bunker where rare and unique viruses are stored in case they are needed again.
Needed for what? To make new viruses?
To fight them, but also to manage the economy. If my associates were to infect a few thousand people with a low-level neural affliction, every individual would pay for a security upgrade. That upgrade would become a panacea. Everyone would install it, and the next far more dangerous virus would hit them as a harmless ripple instead of a devastating tidal
You know, this city has its share of monsters, but I think you're the worst.
And don't forget it. I've given you the final nav point. Do your job, little rabbit.
He is gone. We are alone again.
Camus, is there a waste disposal near? One that leads all the way to the sea.
Yes, I have a nav point. Can we really do that?
I don't believe this is a cure at all. This is Rubrick's retirement plan, and he'll use it again.
Oh, soll ich das wirklich machen? Ihn das wirklich wegschmeißen? Wenn mich so ein riesengroßer Psychopath... Oh, jetzt fällt mir der da schon wieder rein.
The package says it is dangerous.
It's worth it. Besides, I don't think Rubrick wants anyone else to know he gave us this. If he goes after us, we can rat him out to Lomo. I don't believe for 1 second that Lomo would be forgiving.
Wirf Rubiks Paket weg. Oh Mann. Ich weiß ehrlich gesagt jetzt nicht, was ich machen soll. Ich könnte es wegwerfen. Aber ich habe irgendwie Angst, weil der Typ, mit dem scheint es wirklich nicht zu spaßen zu sein. Aber will ich ihm so eine große Waffe in die Hand geben? Nein. Hä? Okay, wo muss ich hin? Gut, ich kann noch höher fliegen. Das wollte ich ja nicht aktivieren, um mal zu sehen, wo der Parkplatz ist. Parkplatz ist da drüben irgendwo. Oh, hier ist eine Menge los. Hier ist ja eine Menge los. Natürlich ramme ich erstmal die Wand. Eigentlich wollte ich parken, aber nein. Ich habe jetzt die ganze Zeit Parken gedrückt und habe damit den Turbo aktiviert. Und bin hier erstmal volle Karacho in die Wand. Daran merkt man mal wieder, dass ich der beste Fahrer aller Zeiten bin. Ich muss kurz hier oben gucken, nicht, dass ich hier oben irgendwas übersehe. Ist unter mir das, was kaputt ist? Hier oben steht wieder jemand. Hallo, wer bist denn du?
Hey, you deliver stuff, right?
Sure, when I'm paid to.
I'd pay you.
That's not how it works. You have to contact my employer.
Seems complicated. How about I just pay you?
Look, I can't just...
How about I pay you up front?
Listening. But I won't take anything illegal or dangerous. What's the package?
My turbo, my vestments, my tights, my rosaries, and my Apocrypha Sanguine, first edition.
I have no idea what any of those are. Are they something to do with your religion?
You mean my cult? You can tell by my robes.
Yeah. I mean, no. Well?
Just take them, deliver them to the compound. You know the place. Everyone knows the place. Here's the fee. If you make the delivery without incident, come back and I'll double it.
On my way.
Okay. Da möchte wahrscheinlich jemand aussteigen aus seiner Sekte. Nehme ich jetzt mal an. Könnte mich auch wieder komplett irren. Mir einen Schwachfug erzählen. Und die Wahrscheinlichkeit besteht. Wer bist denn du denn?
You, child! You have sin in your eyes, in your thoughts, under your nails. Excoriate yourself before my mother. Your mother. The All-Mother!
Me? Stop pointing at me.
You feel the spotlight of guilt. It strips away your facade. Bow down to Cora and ask her to free us and birth anew. We are all doomed!
Don't you have anything better to do than shout at people in the street?
Not at the moment. I'm waiting for my robes to be dry cleaned. Repent! Repent and suffer before the gaze of the All-Mother!
Camus, do you hear this guy? This is exactly what Mom warned me about in Nivalis. Crazy people shouting on the streets.
I hear him. What is he talking about now?
I saw the fourth face as I stripped away the mask. The eyes of Cora looked down, and a mouth made of garbage spat upon my soul.
Gross.
He shouted at you. He shouts at a lot of people.
Not Corpsec, I noticed. Or the gangers over there, or guys in general.
My knowledge base says many religious factions do not respect minorities or women.
Your knowledge base is not wrong, Camus.
Okay. Ich werde jetzt langsam von den Typen weggehen. Ah, da hinten haben wir auch wieder was liegen. Und da sammle ich noch ein. Und ich glaube, dann werde ich auch diese Folge hier beenden. Was war denn das jetzt? Oh. Oha. Da ist im Hintergrund ein komplettes Gebäude abgestürzt. Die halbe Stadt fällt auseinander. Das ist ja krass. Okay, wurde uns schon 100-mal erzählt, aber... Wow. Gut, wie schon gesagt, ich werde jetzt diese Folge hiermit beenden. Wünsche euch noch einen schönen Tag und schönen Abend und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal wieder. Tschüss!